Hello YouTube. I noticed pretty much everyone has a video of why you should invest in silver or why to invest in silver. Well, I'm gonna make a video. I don't know if anyone else has done it, but I'm gonna make one myself. Here's the reason why I invested in silver. Well, this is pretty much, I just had to make you a background. When I was a kid, I've always noticed how things, going up in price. A box of cereal, a bag of chips, a bottle of soda. If it's not going up in price, well, the quantity you will receive, or when you make a purchase, will usually be reduced. So instead of getting like an 8-ounce bag of chips, you get maybe a 7-ounce bag of chips. And that's where I learned about inflation. Well, inflation is pretty much like the increase in the money supply, fiat currencies, and that pretty much reduces your purchasing power. So when I grew up and got a job, I pretty much bought I-bonds, T-bills, CDs, mutual bonds, and into the 401k and IRAs. And it wasn't until like the 2008 when I noticed, the housing bubble burst. I'm pretty sure everyone remember that, the burst of the whole housing bubble. People were getting foreclosed on by the banks, losing their homes, and then guess what? The banks were in trouble. So then what happened next? Bailouts. 700 billion in bailouts. First thing they did with the money, huge bonuses to the executives, to the higher-ups, to pretty much everyone in the top. And I was like, whoa, I was just mad. I was pissed. I was angry. I was not happy. It's like, wait a minute, all that money to the banks, and they are the ones that pretty much messed up the system. They're the ones who made those loans, and yet they're getting the bailouts. So then what happened next? The banks continue to foreclose on the people that lost their homes. They're foreclosing. All these bad loans they made in the first place, they're foreclosing on the people and taking their homes. So wait a minute. Why do the banks get a bailout and the people, us, you and I, don't? The system is screwed up. That's when you should, I don't know, if anyone can understand that the system doesn't make any sense. So if the banks don't have to follow rules, but we don't, well, we do have to follow the rules. Like if we make a bad loan and a bad mortgage, we lose our home. But then if the banks do it, what, they get bailed out? So time goes by to 2011. Yeah, someone finally told me about silver. I know it took like 3 years from that point, but yeah, I don't know. No one told me about silver until recently, and yeah, silver is something of a confusion to me when I first talked about it, or when when someone told me about it, because it isn't gold. I know gold is money, but gold was $1,380. That was pretty expensive for me. So, and I couldn't afford it. So yeah, that's where I saw silver, and it was cheaper. So I bought a tiny bit of it, like 1-2 ounces. With this fiat currency that I trusted so much. When you buy stuff, you need to make a good research plan. Just research on this stuff. Look it up online, read articles. After watching different people on YouTube and reading numerous articles, I ran through some videos, and I found Mike Maloney. He pretty much single-handedly convinced me to invest more into silver. Yes, Mike Maloney, I have to thank that guy. He's pretty much the guy who convinced me to invest into silver. This explanation of how banks were creating massive amounts of money. For example, you put 1,000 of this fiat currency into a bank. The bank then loans out 900 to someone else, and then that bank will loan out 810 to another one, and that $1,000 will eventually turn to $10,000 magically. It's like, wow, they're creating currency, money, debt. Now, people are buying less into treasuries, and China's buying less into treasuries, Japan's buying less into treasuries, Europe's buying less treasuries. So how is the government going to pay off this humongous amount of debt that it has created? The solution? The Fed is going to print massive amounts of this stuff to pay off all that debt that they created. So eventually this will not be able to buy you what it used to in an increasing rate. This used to take a long time to depreciate in value, but I'm pretty sure the amount of money that they are creating is going to eventually be worthless. So that's why Mike Maloney convinced me to buy massive amounts more of this. These are silver American Eagles. It's 1 troy ounce, 0.99% silver, and that's the reason why I invested in silver. Thank you. I hope this helps you out, and good luck, and I hope you make your own decisions. You know what I mean? Because you control your own future, and I hope I helped you in understanding why I started investing in silver. Thank you.